If you watch the Fox pregame show during Super Bowl 59, this doesn't come as a surprise to you. Mike Fisher reporting from Frisco, home of the Dallas Cowboys, brought to you in part by BetUS. Jimmy Johnson has announced his retirement from television. A legend in Dallas and beyond. He goes on Colin Cowherd today, Fox, and deserves to be celebrated. A legendary talent as a college coach, as a pro coach, and as an institution in broadcasting now. That's 24 years, I believe. 24 years and change that Jimmy put in there. The Pro Football Hall of Fame coach, going on Cowherd on Monday afternoon. His quote, as you know, probably the most fun I've had in my career, counting Super Bowls and national championships, was at Fox Sports. Wow. I have an absolute ball with my friends on the set. Best friends I've ever had there with Fox. And of course, Howie and Terry and Strahan and that whole gang. You can see the chemistry. It's very real. Jimmy, now 81, hit the highest of highs as a national championship guy at the University of Miami, then as, the way I like to put it, the co-architect of the team in the 90s, the Cowboys. They won the 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. And not everybody appreciates that I do it this way, but I do. Jerry Jones was a co-architect of that. Jimmy Johnson was a co-architect of that. Jimmy didn't win officially the 3 Super Bowls. He won the 2, but he gets credit for being a co-architect of the entire dynasty, which includes, obviously, the 3 Super Bowls. I appreciate you, 73,000 fish heads in Cowboy Nation, being here with us. Also appreciate that you play around with BetUS. Go to BetUS.com. Use the promo code YouTube150 and get a 150% discount off your $2,000 investment, up to $2,000 in yourself for your first go at BetUS. Go to BetUS.com. Really, to say that the most fun he's had is at Fox, I actually get it, because football was a roller coaster. Coaching was a roller coaster, the ups and downs, which, by the way, Jimmy will tell you he loved very much, to the point where he now famously, we know, kind of divorced his family to be devoted to some of the things he did in football. He did dabble, by the way, when he left the Cowboys, did dabble a little bit with Fox and kind of put his toe in the water there. And he loves the water, doesn't he, Jimmy Johnson? He worked for a time there, but then in 2000, after he was done with the Dolphins, that's when he hooked up full-time on Fox. He said he's been thinking about this for the last 4 or 5 years, and he's going to miss it. I'll see the guys occasionally, he said. Here's the thing. He's Miami. He's South Florida. The Fox studio in Los Angeles. I know for a fact that's part of this. That at age 81, I'm flying cross country every week. In fact, you notice increasingly over the last couple of years, certainly during COVID, Jimmy was doing stuff remotely. He was doing stuff from his kitchen, from his living room. Now he doesn't have to do it anymore. Just go fishing, Jimmy. You remember that broadcast, and it was young Jimmy who won a national championship as a player at Arkansas, and morphing into Coach Jimmy and morphing into broadcaster Jimmy along the way. Jimmy Johnson has made headlines as a friend and foe of a lot of us. Most notably, of course, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, with that relationship culminating in the coach's induction into the team's Ring of Honor. And I told Jimmy this when he was here for that ceremony, and we had a brief handshake and session. Closure, not just for Jimmy, not just for Jerry, but for Cowboy Nation too. Very important. And we know how some of that came together, but they had to swallow it a little bit. And Cowboy Nation's glad they did. Jimmy Johnson, a guy that you as a Cowboy fan, almost of any generation now, you know, Tom Landry's Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson's Jimmy Johnson, and you hang on to those things the way we hang on to you here on the program, on the Fish Report, and the way we hope you hang out with BetUS.com. Jimmy Johnson, having made things official, has a legacy in football and in TV that will live forever in Dallas and beyond. Fish out.